Reports are circulating this morning that Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, has filed for unemployment benefits in California just months after she and Prince Harry stepped back from their royal duties in the UK and moved to California. Now, normally filing for unemployment isn't a big deal, but in this particular case, taxpayers on both sides of the pond are fuming today, and a few moments with me on this will break it all down for you. In January of 2020, Meghan and Harry shocked the world when they announced they would be stepping back as senior working members of the British royal family. They pledged that they would work to become financially independent and that they would split their time between the UK and North America. After hashing out the details with the Queen and Buckingham Palace, the couple officially ended their working royal roles at the end of March. They then spent several weeks in Canada before moving to Los Angeles in March, Meghan's hometown, along with their young son Archie. They pledged that in Los Angeles, they would be earning their own money and would not be relying on taxpayers in the UK any longer. However, this week we have learned that just a few months into their financially independent and private life in Los Angeles, Meghan has filed for unemployment benefits in California. She has claimed that she lost her job due to COVID-19 cutbacks. Now, on the surface, filing for unemployment isn't the crime of the century here. A lot of Californians have lost their work during this pandemic and have had to rely on unemployment benefits. One has to assume, though, that both royal and non-royal Brits and Canadians today are going mad at the thought that Meghan and Harry signed million-dollar deals with Netflix and Spotify just months after moving to California and agreed to produce TV shows and podcasts. These deals were understood to be worth well over $100 million. When the Duchess of Sussex filed an unemployment claim in California, people were rightfully outraged. The idea that Meghan needs to rely on taxpayer-funded unemployment isn't exactly American dream. Why in the first place? And second, didn't they claim when they left the UK that they were giving up their royal titles? They just didn't want public money and would be financially independent? Unemployment benefits in the UK and US exist for folks that are struggling financially, typically paycheck to paycheck struggling. Not for multimillionaires that just signed multi-million-dollar deals. One could argue that, by filing, Meghan is showing she doesn't understand the average person's need for unemployment. Meghan and Harry have been open about the fact that they have signed a $100 million deal with Netflix. This month, Meghan has invested in a multi-million-dollar mansion in exclusive Santa Barbara. They're not making much of a case that they really need taxpayer assistance instead of Netflix stock. It's hard to argue. There are many that feel the money could be better spent. That was the focus of some media reports of late. The Duchess's representative fought back against those critics tonight, explaining she filed due stepping back from royal duties, which is certainly more in the spirit of the rule. But unemployment rights specialists have previously told Daily Mail a royal never qualifies for the assistance because they're never wholly without money-making opportunities like TV deals. Perhaps not the best way to break in the new gig, Meghan. This no doubt was supposed to be run-of-the-mill form filing that has caused a major headache for the couple on both sides of the Atlantic. And one thing taxpayers, on both sides of the pond, aren't thrilled with are any seeming claims against public money in a post-royal life they were promised wouldn't involve any. It's not technically against the law, although it's bound to ruffle more than a few feathers and reinforce impressions that they're out of touch with how most people live. It'd be interesting to hear more about the application, and more importantly, any approval. In the meantime, the story of a millionaire duchess living in a large mansion who claims unemployment benefits is naturally firing the critics up, who would rather see those payouts go to the genuinely needy instead of those who've already made it. Let us know your thoughts on this headline-making controversy that is reaching deep into the taxpayers' pockets. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.